a week do I need to work to be considered a man?
Minimum 80 hours. If you're working less than 80 hours and you call yourself a man, you're a joke.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. Today, I wanted to talk about something important, something that I've been seeing lately, and I would like to share my thoughts on it. It has to do with male self help channels and how their message could be misleading to their audience. So, the other day, I was scrolling on YouTube and then I found this video of a guy explaining how to get women or how to avoid your woman leaving you. I clicked on it out of curiosity and he began to explain some of the things that you needed to do in order to be successful, not only in life, but with your interactions with women. The gist of what he was saying, I've been seeing that across multiple other channels of the same kind. This content is usually tailored towards men who have low confidence in who they are as a person. So they look for guidance or other people who seem to have it all figured out and want to learn from them. This role is usually reserved for the father in the man's life. Another thing that I see that they do is that they instill a form of fear inside of you. She will never respect you if you don't have a certain amount of money, or they won't respect you if you are not a certain height.
I make $100,000 a year. Am I poor to you?
Yes, technically, yes. 100K is the new broke. A lot of people making six figures are still living paycheck to paycheck. This is no longer the early 2000s. Life is changing. Inflation is at an all-time high. The cost of homes, the cost of goods,
By implanting this fear inside of you, they're able to present you with the solution. And that is how they make their money. Fear and then the solution. Apparently, you need all of these things as a prerequisite before you're even considered to be a candidate for a woman, neglecting things like charisma, self-esteem, confidence, and character. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with wanting money. But if your entire personality revolves around making dollars, you become self-absorbed and snarky. Once your basic needs have been taken care of, extra income does not correlate to happiness. That comes from having a sense of belonging and purpose. And these are the things you need to focus on. You may miss out on the more important things like family, friends, your relationship with yourself, which is the most important because the person you spend the most time with is you. Through these experiences and being able to maintain relationships in your own life, by extension, when you finally meet that person that you want to be with, who sees you not only for your financial stability, but for who you are as a person and what you value, that relationship will flourish. The beautiful thing about it is that once you're comfortable with yourself, you are more confident, and things that would normally bother you, whether it be how you look or rejection from another person, no longer phases you because you took care of the person who is most important, which is yourself. By extension, you are able to create boundaries, talk about things that you like without fear of another person judging you. Most importantly, you do not have to pay $1,000 to a guy that contradicts himself on the internet, who exaggerates his message just for clicks and impressions that make him money. I believe most of all, a person needs a purpose and work towards that purpose every single day until they achieve it. Through that process, you build character. You learn about yourself and what you value and what you want out of life. Something else I do not like is that they always seem to show you the people who you shouldn't date or you shouldn't interact with, and they do not show you who you should be dating. Even if they show you who you should be dating, they always seem to be surrounded by the very people they say you shouldn't date or interact with. A good example of this would be Fresh and Fit. They're one of the more well-known self-help male content creators in the space. They advocate for men specifically to avoid a certain type of woman, while simultaneously having the same woman on their podcast that they tell you to avoid, cussing them out, telling them that they won't be anything, worth anything, and they never really show you the type of woman that you should be dating. Somehow, they're always surrounded by the OnlyFans brigade. Never a mob of Christian women or Muslim women. It is always the sheet freaks or the tongue twisters they're surrounded by, evidently even impregnating them too. How strange. In conclusion, if you are struggling with your identity and who you are, especially if you are a young man, instead of going online and paying for a course listening to a person who makes money off of your fears, take a step back, get to know yourself, discover hobbies. Through these experiences, you build character and be able to converse with other people effortlessly. It all takes practice. Buying a course from one person doesn't guarantee you success. It's dedication and stride, and failure too. Understand that not everybody's going to like you, especially the opposite sex, and that is completely fine. Focus on the more meaningful things in life, like your health, your family, your friends. Nurture those relationships, and you will be richer than you can ever imagine. This has been Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. Before I go, tell somebody in your life that you love them, and I will see you soon. Take care.